Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you're into coins, history, and the thrill of finding hidden treasures in your pocket change, then buckle up because today's video is going to blow your mind. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, a simple, coppery coin you've probably walked past or dropped on the ground without a second thought. But what if I told you that the right 1981 Lincoln penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today? And it might be hiding in your old coin jar, right now. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of the 1981 Lincoln cent. We'll explore its origin, the historical context, the hidden varieties, and most importantly, how you can identify one of these valuable coins that collectors are desperate to get their hands on. So stay tuned till the very end because we're not just talking pocket change here. We're talking potential paydays. Let's rewind the clock a bit. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of a symbolic representation of liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin shows the iconic portrait of Lincoln that we've all come to recognize. It's been largely unchanged since it was first minted. On the reverse, from 1959 to 2008, the coin displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo to honor Lincoln's legacy and match the centennial of the memorial's construction. But here's where things get interesting. 1981 was the final full year these coins were made using a copper alloy before a major change happened. From 1909 until 1982, Lincoln cents were made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint made a critical decision. In 1982, they shifted to using a copper-coated zinc planchet to save on production costs. Now, the reason 1981 is so important is because it was the last year before that big transition, so all Lincoln pennies from 1981 were still made of nearly pure copper. That makes them interesting to collectors from a metal content standpoint alone, because each copper penny is worth more than 1 cent just for its melt value. But that's just the beginning. Here's where things get exciting. There are two major types of 1981 Lincoln cents, Type 1 and Type 2 proofs, and within these, there are even more varieties based on mint marks, die errors, and condition. Let's break it down. 1981 Type 1 versus Type 2 proof pennies. These were minted in San Francisco and can be distinguished by the shape of the S mint mark. Type 1 has a filled or blobby S, while Type 2 has a clearer, sharper S. Type is far scarcer and therefore far more valuable to collectors. If you happen to have a 1981 S Type 2 in perfect proof condition, its value can easily jump into the hundreds of dollars. Mint marks: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The regular circulation pennies were struck in Philadelphia and Denver. D-proof coins came from San Francisco. High-grade coins from Denver and Philadelphia, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch $50 to $500 or more, especially if they have sharp details and clean surfaces. Error coins and die varieties. This is the goldmine of coin collecting. 1981 Lincoln cents are known to have some dramatic errors: off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and even broad strikes. If you find a 1981 penny with doubling on the date or lettering, that could be a double die variety, and those can sell for hundreds or thousands depending on severity. and condition. High-grade business strike pennies. Believe it or not, most 1981 pennies in circulation are beat up. So finding a coin in mint state, with no wear, full red color, and strong strike is actually quite rare. These high-grade examples are very desirable and can command serious premiums at auction. So now the big question: how can you tell if the penny in your hand is worth something? Here's what to look for. Color: red. Coin designated RD by grading companies is worth more than a brown or toned coin. Mint mark: look for the S mark and determine whether it's type 1 or type 2. Type 2 is more valuable. Condition: sharp details, no scratches, no nicks. Even uncirculated coins have different values based on condition. Errors: use a magnifier and check for doubling in the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Also look for coins that are off-center, have die cracks, or any unusual features. Get it graded. If you think you've found something rare, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade makes all the difference. Let's talk dollars. A common 1981 penny in circulated condition is usually worth just a penny. A high-grade MS-66 or MS-67 coin from Denver or Philadelphia? It could be worth $50 to $200. An error coin that might bring in $300 to $1,000, depending on the rarity and severity of the error. *A 1981 S-Type 2 proof in PR70 deep cameo? Now you're talking $500 to $1,500 and even more if sold at auction during a hot market. It all comes down to grade, rarity, and demand. And trust me, there's a lot of demand for high-grade or era 1981 Lincoln cents. So the next time you're digging through your change, flipping through old coin rolls, or going through your grandparents' coin collection, take a moment and look for a 1981 Lincoln cent. It might just look like an ordinary penny, but hidden in that little copper coin could be a piece of American history, and maybe even a nice payday. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a total beginner, there's something magical about finding value in what others overlook. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future videos. We'll be diving into more coin mysteries, hidden rarities, and money you didn't even know you had sitting in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck in your treasure search!